2025 FIBA AfroBasket, the second quarterfinal matchup as the Tigers Nigeria will take on Senegal. Well, if you weren't with us earlier, we saw an exciting opening to the quarterfinals in which Mali, for the first time since 1999, will go to the semifinals, and they will play either Nigeria or Senegal. Well, it was an exciting game for Mali, of course, having only made 3 3-pointers at the end of the first half, finishing with 16 in total, and thus going away with a big victory. Josh Bett alongside former head coach of both Angola and Nigeria, and thus leading them to their first ever FIBA AfroBasket championship back in 2015. Coach Will Boyd. Coach, there's the bracket. We know Mali's going to meet either Nigeria or Senegal tomorrow, Egypt versus Cameroon, and then another one of your former teams will take on Cabo Verde.
Yeah, some exciting games we have coming up here, and it's going to be hard to top that first game that we just watched, but two powerhouse teams going head-to-head here. So, you know, if you're Senegal, you're feeling confident after the big win against South Sudan, and Nigeria really for 3 quarters of that game against Cameroon looking as good as any team in this tournament.
Well, one thing we can expect from this game, as we did in the last one, it will be a very hot atmosphere. The fans of both Mali and Cote d'Ivoire put on a very big showcase, and we're probably going to see the same from both the Nigerian fans and the Senegalese fans. Well, Coach, interesting. Since 2013, Senegal has made it to every semifinal of the FIBA AfroBasket, and in 3 of those occasions, they only finished with a bronze medal, failing to get to the final. Last time they made it to a final was in 2005 back in Algeria, but I gotta think this team riding off a lot of confidence off that big win against South Sudan.
Well, no question about that, and one of those semifinal appearances I was fortunate to be a part of. So 2015, on our way to winning the championship with Nigeria, we played a game of the ages, fortunately winning in overtime in that game against Senegal. But these two teams have a long history of competing against each other, and everything on the line here tonight.
Just like Gana Diop, head coach of Senegal, knows he's going to have to heavily depend on both Branco Badio and Jean-Jacques Boissy, but also the big man, Ibou Badji. But let's talk about your former team. Some of your former players are part of that 2015 championship, and there was one of them right there in Stan Okoye.
Yeah, Stan, just a young upstart player then, has gone on and had an incredible career overseas, and has been playing great here in this tournament, shooting 54.5% from 3 so far, and that's been the story for Nigeria, making 15 threes against Cameroon. And when they're able to get out and run and knock down 3-point shots, they're so hard to defend.
Well, there you have it. The players have been introduced. Now we'll stand for the national anthems of these two beautiful countries of both Senegal and Nigeria. national anthems of two beautiful countries have been sung, and there you can see both coaches shaking hands with each other as now we're moments away from tip-off. Well, this time it's only all right that we introduce some very important people for tonight's game, and those are our referees and one commissioner and technical delegate for this evening's matchup. Well, we're very proud to say that we have three of the very finest who have done a magnificent job in all of our games so far. Our three referees, they'll continue to do a great job tonight. The quarterfinal matchup between Nigeria and Senegal. Well, there they are. Referees are coming from Rwanda, the United States of America, and Australia. From Australia, we have James Riegel. From the United States, we have Grant Alexander Todi. From Rwanda, we have Jean Sever Ruha Miriza. Our commissioner, technical delegate for tonight's game is Hesham El Hariri. Now it's time for us to take a look at the starting lineups, and there's Jean-Jacques Boissy. Now he has been coming off the bench, and Branco Badio is the main option point guard, currently playing the Spanish ACB, and there is Ibu Baji, the big man, the big paint protector. Well, Coach, having a look here, we got Badio, Faye, Baji, Mane, and Diop in the starting lineup for Desagana Diop.
Well, you know, at some point in this game, we're definitely going to see that dynamic combination with Boissy and Badio together in the backcourt, and Baji's done such a great job filling in at that 5 spot. Kamara going down with that ankle injury, but you know, really not much loss there with Baji's production. And see Coach Jop there is going to have his hands full tonight, trying to slow down this high-power Nigerian offense.
Well, dropped in the NBA by the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2001. Now working with the Westchester Knicks in the NBA G League, but his duties and focus are on getting this team to the final. But they're going to have to stop this man, Caleb Agata. And of course, the backcourt combo with Josh Okogie. But you look at this Nigeria team, that final game in the group stage, Coach, they were unstoppable.
They really were. You know, 15 threes made in that game, 17 offensive rebounds. We're getting out and running in transition. Just looked really unstoppable there until it got a little sloppy at the end. But, you know, Josh Okogie's done an outstanding job running this offense, having to play the point guard for this team, not a natural point guard on that roster. Has done a really nice job, not only looking for his own scoring, but, you know, finding his teammates, especially off of penetration and kickouts. And you see Coach Abdul Rahman there, he knows how big this game is. And his guys have got to be ready to go here at the start.
And of course, a coach that you know very well.
Yeah, so Coach Abdul Rahman, my assistant coach in 2015, and you know, hopefully he'll have a chance to repeat here as champions.
Well, the other players in the starting lineup, of course, for the Tigers, Ike Nwamu, one of their key players, along with the likes of the big man, Akabundu, who's arguably been the hidden gem, the most underrated player, because, you know, we talk about Okogie. Now you can see our official sponsor, the countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Dassault. Well, let's listen now to what the coaches have to say.
You're going to throw it back to Karim, right? Once you throw it back to Karim, you see you're going to get out of there, right? Budget come play, step up, and we play out of that, okay? Let's go, boys. Let's go. Good start, good start. Senegal. Good start. Let's go.
Well, Senegal, a team that's won 5 FIBA AfroBasket championships, but it has indeed been a very long time since they've lifted the trophy. The question is, can they do it here in Angola? Desagana Diop and his players know that they're going to have to go through a team that's one of the favorites, Nigeria. And when talking about Nigeria, they've only won 1 FIBA AfroBasket. And it's the worst kept secret in town. The man who coached them at the time is the man sitting right next to me, Coach. And you know what it takes. You know what it's all about, getting a group of players to buy into a philosophy and to do it in a sort of a knockout stage, not a playoff stage. It's a one and done when you get to this part of the tournament.
Well, that's really it. You know, all these games now so important, and there's not going to be any easy matchup. You know, every possession's going to matter here. You know, 2 heavyweight teams going head to head in just the quarterfinals of this tournament.
Well, Akabundu, this will be an interesting test for him. Agata as well in the backcourt, as he'll probably go up against Branco Badio. But Baji and Akabundu, there's a battle in the paint. There's also a battle in the backcourt. The question is, who will go to the semifinals and take on Mali? This is Senegalese fans in the building, fine fashion, anywhere they go, whether it's at home, whether it's in the qualifiers, you know they're there. They're magnificent. Welcome, everybody. The second quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. It will be Nigeria who have first possession.
See Jop getting the assignment on Okoji. I like that matchup. Jop having some size, maybe able to keep him out of the paint, and big rejection there from Baji.
Already doing what he does best. Jop, another block. But the follow-up by Faye, and good stop for Senegal. Two good defensive plays, but Senegal reaping the rewards of going there for second chance points. Okoji, well, time poorly mismanaged, but you can see Bronco Badio on fire in his last game. Not able to get this one. So I got a feeling, Coach, the battle between Akabundu and Baji is going to be a real teller between these two tonight. Maybe not. Nwamu counted, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, nice take there from Nwamu. The strength on display, really more of a perimeter shooter, but you know, that time right there, getting downhill and a tough finish.
Well, that was the block by Baji. Time, Nigeria also coming up with a block, but second chance points, you can definitely see them. We've already seen this from Senegal. They just relentlessly contest for every offensive board.
There's a lot of high power athletes in this game. You mentioned the Baji Akabundu matchup. I think that's just one of many. It'll be fun to watch these guys go head to head here.
Good defense by Ike Nwamu. Now they find Badio. Badio goes baseline. Finds a pump fake. And Baji. Wow. Should have made that one, but now here comes the Tigers. But good recovery defense by Faye.
Oh, great job there sprinting back. You thought for sure Zana had a fast break opportunity for a finish, but a great hustle there from Faye to get the deflection out of bounds. I think he felt it went off of Zana's leg.
Nwamu quick catch and shoot from the perimeter. Trying to get some good looks from the three-point line. Badio now heavily defended. Screen coming from Baji. Trying to find some separation. Mani, he'll fire for three. This one's up, no good. But Badio gets it. Badio again will try three. This one's up. This time he sinks it. Well, you don't want him to catch fire.
Well, nice kick out there from Faye. Saw him run down the offensive rebound, have the wherewithal to hit Badio in the corner for the big three.
Well, no foul given. Akabundu. Baji clearly making contact. Koji trying to shift and shake. Bit of contact, and Coach, it doesn't matter who's defending him. He finds a way to score.
Such a big body there playing the point guard position, and he has gotten into the paint. It has been good things happening for Nigeria.
Well, great take by Karim Mane. Getting Bo Akabundu and Koji off the ground. Koji, bit of contact. That's way off the mark. Doesn't get the foul.
I think there's definitely contact on the ground. Surprised no call there from the official. And you see Job trying to battle over the top of these ball screens.
And here's the fake, getting both of them up and just able to finish. Kind of like a Rajon Rondo fake.
Yeah, beautiful fake there from Mane.
Well, good defense by Agata. And now he wants to run, but nobody's with him. Nigeria like to play that quick tempo, but Agata already, Coach, you see both from Okoji and Caleb Agata. Simply too much to handle.
Well, Agata's been outstanding, not only in the qualification games, but here at this AfroBasket tournament.
Nigeria come up with a rebound. We'll level up here in the first 3 minutes. Nwamu wants to take it himself, tries to force his way in, but you know, what I've been so impressed with Nigeria, the backcourt players, they have no problem, Coach, and you know this, going up against 7-footers.
A tough finish from Nwamu. We've seen 2 drives from him, normally a perimeter shooter, but I think he understands he's got a physical matchup to his favor with Mane guarding him.
Mane goes all the way and gets denied. Akabundu, that's what he's going to deliver tonight here, protecting the paint.
Yeah, he can get up with the best of them. See the extension there. That's tremendous.
You kind of wonder who's going to have more blocks, Baji or Akabundu. Senegal's got to get it inbound. There's the interception coming. Agata comes up with it. 2-point lead to the Tigers. Nwamu goes in, and Nwamu finishes, extending it to a 2-possession lead.
Well, that's where Nigeria was outstanding against Cameroon. Their pressure, forcing turnovers, allowing them to get into transition.
This time the foul's called, so Bubaji now will go to the charity stripe.
It's going to be interesting to see. Senegal has a lot more front court size and depth. So Nigeria is going to try to get this going up and down. You can see them aggressively digging down on these post entries.
See, Bubaji, at the beginning of not last season, the season before, did actually start with the Milwaukee Bucks in the preseason. Now, ended up finishing with Tenerife in the Spanish ACB. Now, you mentioned that he was with the Denver Nuggets in the Summer League.
Well, Baji, played for the Trailblazers as well. He was a rotational player for them, so clearly a talented player, and nice to have the luxury of Kamara going down and have Baji there ready to step up.
Chop tries to attack. Nigeria's defense, they get a shot off, but it comes to nothing. Now Okoji wants to run. Got it, one more pass. They'll go for a 3 in the corner. That's way off the mark. Well, quickly fall into Franco Badio, and that's probably a bucket Nigeria's probably very perplexed they gave away.
Well, just an unlucky break there. Nice job making the post entry difficult, and Okoji is unable to convert there.
Numbers for Senegal, failing to capitalize. Nwamu comes up with it. Koji, pump fakes. Contact, no foul given. Almost halfway played here in the first quarter. Second quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Nice spin baseline. This time the foul's given, but is that one on Kareem Mane?
I think that was on Mane. Mane got caught in the mismatch there in transition, and just gotta trust the help that's behind. I saw him grab before Baji came to rotate over. That's 2 fouls on Mane. We saw him having foul trouble in their last game as well. And you see Boissy checking in. This dynamic duo here with Badio.
Well, Boissy, as you mentioned, subbing in. Diallo also coming in. Zana makes the first free throw. Just love the energy, the excitement that he brings this team, and have to try to. Now I wonder who he's going to match up with. Is he going to go up against the guy? Now Okoye is in the lineup, so the free throw just rattles in. Christian Makawola also subbing in for Zana, so both teams rotating midway through the first quarter. Badio looks to attack the defense. Could have gone up with that one. As the penetration goes in, avoids the block, and that's much better basketball by Senegal.
That's beautiful ball movement there. Started with the kick out from Badio. We saw Senegal continue to swing the ball, putting Nigeria in multiple closeouts there.
Well, Agata curls the screen. Help came over, but it came to no avail. Badio, quick three. Senegal come up with it. Diop goes to second chance points. Wow. Just saw things may have got a little physical after he made the bucket.
Well, that's where Senegal is going to have an advantage. A lot more front court depth and size.
And Agata, no offensive foul against Caleb Agata.
Yeah, that's a good call. Looked like he naturally kicked his feet out there.
That's where Boissy is going to have to play big whenever he's on the floor, especially defending either Caleb Agata or Josh Okoji. Badio getting a quick screen. Diallo on their perimeter in that set play, but Coach, I'm not quite sure that's what you really wanted.
No, you're absolutely right. Just a little lost out there. Kind of drifted out from the dunker spot to that corner. Wasn't ready for that little flip pass there from Badio. Unforced turnover for Senegal.
Wamu in the lineup now. Still here in the backcourt. Agata wants to go Boissy. They want Christian Mekawolu pick and pop after his last game against Cameroon. Wamu's got to work, gets it off in time. Nigeria get the offensive board. The Tigers right now showing that physicality as Okoye, better play at mid-range, just a little too short. But Nigeria still lead by 2. Foul is going to be called against Nwamu.
Nice job there of Badio recognizing the post seal. Faye able to get up ahead of the defense. He had Nwamu sealed at the basket, and that's where you see the size of Senegal starting to play a role here in this game.
Well, a timeout is going to be called. These two teams want to talk it over. The second quarterfinal matchup. Winner will take on Mali in the semifinals of the FIBA AfroBasket. So we'll head down to the benches very soon to find out what the coaches have to say to their players.
That was good how you got it. The pick and roll with him, that's how you want to guard it. Just be back. They don't try to lob. Remember, you got the other guy, right? We still 1 through 4 switch with you. He's still in center. Bronco, you're going to take it out. Remember, you're going to be here. If you fight Jean-Jacques, you go here, right? If you fight, you're going to go here. You're going to get open. Make sure you get open. If you fight, you and our number going to get a screen right here for Bronco coming to the corner. Let's go.
Senegal.
Attacking the glass. Offensive rebound.
Well, so far, Coach, almost 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Only 1 3-pointer has been made in the game, and that was from Branco Badio, Nigeria. Currently 0 out of 3. But, Coach, another interesting stat I've noticed. Nigeria, right now, only 1 offensive rebound. They've got 6 in total, while Senegal, they almost have as many offensive boards as Nigeria have in total if you compare both sets of rebounds.
I think Nigeria's offensive rebounds will come in transition. They don't really have size advantages in the half court. Haven't been a lot of fast break opportunities so far in this game.
Badio, bit of contact goes in and somehow, some way, gets that one to go.
Tough shot there. Felt like he was hit on the arm, and see the pressure here. This is something I thought we would see more of. Great steal there from Badio.
They have numbers. Badio goes in and he finishes in transition.
If there's one weakness for this Nigerian team, it's no natural point guard on the roster.
Well, there's a kick out. There's a penetration. Goes down the lane at Diallo. Again, Igbanu. That is tough.
Tough finish there over the extension of Diallo.
Now Boissy trying to find Faye. It goes out of bounds. Right idea, but good defense by the Tigers.
Let's see they extend their pressure again. So, especially with Okoji out of the game, Nuga now in, probably their best ball handler, closest thing to a pure point they have. But again, if there's one area that maybe you can exploit, it's the ball pressure in the backcourt. We saw Cameroon use that to come back and make that game respectable. They were down 30, able to make it a 9-point game there at the finish, and it was really just simple run and jump defenses. Ball handlers for Nigeria having a hard time with that.
Well, we just saw the defense of Branco Badio. They're definitely going to want more of that from him. Moving into the lineup here for the Tigers. So both Agata and Josh Okoji getting a little bit of a breather. Mekawolu flashes high. Yeah, traveling violation is going to be given.
That's the right call there, and you can see Senegal stepping up their pressure a little bit. Let's See if they continue to do so here for the remainder of this quarter.
Senegalese fans right behind their bench. Fine fashion as always. Akhtar Gueye wants to find Boissy. Still got a time here for Senegal. Lonnie Bumps goes in. Doesn't get the and one, but it's going to be another trip to the free throw line for Senegal.
And that's what Boissy does best. So quick with the ball in his hands. Able to draw the contact there in the drive. I'm sorry, Monet there.
I feel like Ugo Simon probably could do a little bit better just to try to recover in that situation. But, you know, Kareem Mane, coach. I mean, he'll attack the rim. He'll get inside the paint. At that point, it just becomes down to the responsibility of whoever's defending him.
Well, a lot of dynamic playmakers for both teams, and I think controlling the paint is going to be an important strategy for both teams here tonight.
Well, that's the first made free throw this evening for Senegal. Nigeria's converted 3 so far. They have a slender 2-point lead. Uga kicks out. Ugo Simon, left uncontested, buries it. Now Nigeria getting their first 3-pointer of the game.
Well, nice kick out there from Nuga. Finding Simon in the corner. And he knocks it down.
Boissy will pull up for 3. That's a little too short. Akhtar Gueye saves it. That made him take a deflection. Now Gueye goes for a Okoye wants to lead the brigade. Nuga going all the way, draws a foul. And you love the transition. Nigeria coming up with a defensive possession. The coach, you know, they are quick.
I think this foul's on Mane. It is. That's going to be his 3rd foul. We saw the foul issues for him in the previous game. And this is where Nigeria's at their best. You see a nice kick out there from Nuga to Simon, but Nigeria wants to get out and run and play up tempo. They've done it with their defense. That time, they were able to secure the rebound and find a fast break opportunity.
Babacar Diallo subbing in for Kareem Mane. While Nuga's currently at the free throw line here for the Tigers. Oh, a double technical has been caught, I think. I guess by Silla's reaction, what was on him? And I'm assuming it was probably on Christian Mekawolu. I don't know, I'm just guessing.
No, I think they had it on Ibanu. Just a little bit of jawing going on here.
Correct, yes. So my apologies to Christian Mekawolu. 3-point lead to Nigeria. He was able to recover in the lane, no foul call. That's gonna be a blocking foul because it's inside the restricted zone. One is on Christian Mekawolu.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Mekawolu's got to jump there. Can't have his feet set in that restricted area. Any contact's going to be a blocking foul. And sending Gueye to the line here.
Those free throws, you've got to make them though, coach. You don't want to look back on a game like this and think, you know, the outcome could have been different had we converted all the free throws. And especially with both Josh Okogie and Caleb Agata on the bench. This is where you've got to try to build some advantage.
No question, just 2 for 5 so far in this quarter for Senegal. And another miss right there.
Nigeria lead by 2. Potentially a 2 for 1 could be on the cards.
See the 2-2-1, but coming back into man-to-man here.
Diallo, good hands. Okoye is able to recover. Simon, finding Badu, goes in, finishes. Well, reliable.
Yeah, 2 nice finishes there from Ibanu. And if you're Senegal, you need to take the last shot here.
Boissy kicks out. Babacar Diallo. He'll find Boissy in the corner. He'll fire the 3. Well, they probably should have gone for the last one, coach. But Nigeria, they have a bit of time.
You got to contain the ball, not let him go coast to coast.
Mekawolu getting denied by Diallo, Ibrahima Diallo. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Tigers currently lead by 1. Babacar Diallo finding Jean-Jacques Boissy. Bit of a melee here at the end of the first quarter. I'm not quite sure what happened, but so far, good tempo to the second quarterfinal. Remember, the winner will meet Mali in the semifinals of this AfroBasket. Look at the stats right now. Senegal currently 3 out of 10 from the perimeter, 6 out of 10 from inside the rainbow. But Nigeria's transition play has been very effective, Coach.
Well, that's how they have to play. Need to find opportunities to get out and run. And you mentioned it earlier, the missed free throws for Senegal, the difference in this quarter so far.
We'll take a look at the highlights here from the first quarter of play, but as mentioned, it's a heavyweight battle here in the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Coach, for those watching, what are those matchups like when you were with Nigeria up against Senegal?
They are intense for sure. We talked about it earlier, that 2015 battle we had in the semifinals, and a lot of respect though between the two teams. You know the talent that they had, and very similar here. Both these teams know that they have a chance to move on and win this tournament, but first have to get through this battle here tonight. And every possession is going to be important.
The backbreaker for Senegal was obviously the defeat against Egypt, but then the come from behind win against Mali kind of lifted their spirits, while for Nigeria, they've yet to taste the defeat so far here at the AfroBasket. But like you said, Coach, they don't possess the same size or physicality with inside the paint, but what they do have is a very talented backcourt that love to push the tempo very quickly.
Well, definitely at their best when they're able to get out and run. And I see Okoji back in the game right now. If you're Senegal, I think you got to look to continue to pressure their guards. Be aggressive with your traps. That was the one area of weakness we saw from Nigeria during group play.
Well, there's the QR code, and download Courtside 1891, where you can get all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Still time for Senegal here on the shot clock. Babacar Diallo, deja vu maybe. Boissy, you bet it is. Same play, same result.
Well, nice kick out there from Diallo, and Boissy once again delivering. And this is what I expect to see. Extend your pressure on Okoji. It was just too easy for him.
Okoji hangs, that time unable to finish. And Senegal will get this back. Okoji getting frustrated, Coach. He's feeling like he's not getting enough calls.
Okoji maybe forcing a little bit, just trying to go downhill there versus the pressure, and that was just one-on-one. I think there's opportunities to maybe look for traps as well if you're Senegal.
Good defense.
Yeah, that was great verticality. Looked like maybe it was off of Senegal there at the end. I'm not sure if we're having a coach's challenge or not.
And there's another look at the three-pointer by Jean-Jacques Boissy. Well, they got to dig deep. That's simple. Chris, he was a part of that championship campaign when you were head coach. Right now, his team only down by 2 points. Very close game. Boissy penetrates. Another kick out. Silla, he'll go for three. And all flying in at the moment here for Senegal.
They are finding those corner three kickouts. A really nice job getting downhill, putting that pass on the money.
The foul is going to be pulled against Amar Silla. Gotta like that from Igbado, though, just trying to fight for position at the double block.
I couldn't see what happened. Some players getting tangled up there.
Well, timeout is going to be called. These two teams will talk it over. Still very early here in the second quarter. That man there, Amar Silla, last season playing with Bilbao, hitting a three-point, extending the lead. But let's go and listen now to Nigeria's coaching staff.
That's it. There's no execution. There's no nothing. We playing like some soft-ass niggas. Little nigga hitting shots and going disc in our face, and we fucking coming back. Have some fucking pride, bro. What the fuck we doing?
Stop helping. If we switching, that means we don't need no low man like that. Be in, but really be out. Don't give them no threes. No threes. And when they do shoot them, let's rebound.
Okay, we said this guy is a six-man rotation team, and we want to put pressure and get those guys tired out. But we are going back all the way there instead of picking them up here. We want to pick them up here, those two guys. Okay, and Josh said it all. Don't overhelp. Don't help too much. Don't help too much. Okay, we'll leave with you. One person going to contest the shot on that guy. Every time we help, they kick it out and they have a hot hand.
Have some pride, fellas.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's
Nigeria on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nigeria.
Play with the pin down.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
Zip wide.
Yeah, good wide. Good wide. Good wide.
Well, definitely a lot of energy is needed, and I think you heard from Josh Okogie. Don't give them any threes, but if they do take them, we got a rebound. We got to box out. Jean-Jacques Boissy, only 2 for 3 from the perimeter. So I think that's going to be the game plan for Nigeria. Prevent any good looks from the three-point line.
You see the kickouts there, and Okogie talking about not over-rotating and help. 2 players going to the ball there, leaving the corner. Got to be a little more disciplined with these weak side rotations.
Anduamu will fire a 3. Unfortunate, doesn't get the 4-point play, but this is good for Nigeria. They'll go back to the free throw line.
Okay, be more disciplined there in his closeout, getting into the body of Nwamu.
You can see the closeout by Targay, as you mentioned, but Nigeria now 6 out of 6 from the charity stripe this evening. Still a very close game. It's only 2 possessions, depending on Nwamu does at the free throw line. Well,
that a little bit of a jinx?
I was just about to say. He'll make this one, though. Well, 2 out of 3. And only 2 points separates the Tigers with Senegal. Well, 3 points, I should say, excuse me.
And you heard Coach Abdul-Rahman in that timeout wanting his guys to pick up their intensity defensively. They want to try to wear down this team from Senegal.
So there's a tough 3, and there's the defense we talked about. So Nigeria will get it back.
Boissy's got to be more disciplined there. And he had the catch and shoot looks wide open that time, trying to pull off the dribble 3. Much more difficult shot.
Lama went for it. Mekawolu unable to secure it. Now that should be Senegal ball. Yeah. It really came off of Mekawolu's foot.
It's going to be an interesting game. Both these teams at their best when they can get in transition. And neither of them great at kind of a grinded out execution game.
Well, Babaka Diallo made the penetration. He was waiting for Ibrahima Diallo to flash baseline. Senegal have it back on the baseline. They're going to inbound this. Okogie now just getting right up in the face of Jean-Jacques Boissy. Boissy attacks the gaps, nice penetration, and he finishes. And had a few words for Christian Mekawolu.
Well, he definitely did, but that's a tough finish. Going by the pressure of Okogie and then over the outstretched arms of Mekawolu, so.
5-point lead. Banu pump fakes. Let's take on Ibrahima Diallo. There's a 3. Boissy may have just had a hand in the back of Mekawolu, but he does get it. Well, there's another 3, and again, Jean-Jacques Boissy has come ready to play.
Well, he definitely has. Been really aggressive, looking for a shot here. I like that one a lot better than the off the dribble one we saw earlier.
Nwamu nowhere to go. Okogie's got to recover. Now we got an injury. I'd say Banu may have just taken a shot to the head.
I didn't see what happened there.
We'll have to see the replay. I think he's going to be okay, but let's have a look here. Didn't see from there either. It's something, I guess, involved with either Boissy or... Oh, yeah, it's the first time Jean-Jacques Boissy's done that.
You see the nice finish from Boissy, but I think on the other end, Like his arm extended up a little bit. I'm wondering if they're going to go look at this.
This is a shot to the back of the head. I don't think it's, I mean, it's unnecessary to say if there's any intent informed. I'm not going to go that far, but referee's still discussing whether to go to the monitor.
Well, there's no foul called, so I don't think any of the officials saw that contact. I'm sure there was a lot of conversation afterwards about what had happened.
Okoye finding Nwamu, getting this inbound. Just almost 3 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nwamu attacks, goes in, getting denied by Baji. Okoye comes up with it, and he gets it off in time.
That's a big answer there from Okoye. And a huge block just landing in his lap.
Diallo around the screen. That's going to be against Josh Okoji.
It was interesting too. You saw Blasi signal a two-pointer. Curious if Okoye had the foot on the line here. Hard to see from that angle.
Akabundu also in the lineup. There's the alley-oop, but again, poorly pass. And just can't finish. Silla recovers it. He's fouled.
Really was a poor pass there. An excellent cut from the baseline from Silla. He was wide open, just couldn't deliver the lob. Otherwise, he would have had a highlight dunk.
Second team foul against the Tigers here in the second quarter. Blasi, defended by Okoji. This was long contested too. Sometimes too much confidence can hinder team play, but he's having a great game so far with 11 points.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Like you said, contested long two off the dribble.
Well, the presence of Baji defending the paint. Now finding Maktage, goes in, and another missed attempt. Senegal right now could be up by double figures.
Yeah, they really could. And a beautiful pass there. Gay just unable to finish.
Nwamu's got to kick out. Baji's not allowing any easy buckets inside the key. Okoye made his last swing. The foul is going to be given. That's on Silla. I think that's going to be second because he already picked up a technical foul, I believe.
A really nice job here from this bench. Able to extend the lead for Senegal and valuable minutes of rest here for these starters as they come back in the game.
Agata also back in the lineup. We've got the two best backcourt duo from Nigeria against the two best from Senegal. Here's a matchup everybody's been talking about.
Well, those guys, teammates from Ali Tripoli winning the BAL championship this season, so they know each other very well.
Can anybody get past Baji? Blasi puts up a soft one. A third missed attempt for Senegal. Good hands by Blasi, diving. Has he got options? Here we go. Goes it down. And wow, wow, baby.
Well, you see the pressure there. Blasi extending, giving Okoji fits, and Baji staying with it. And that was the ball pressure we thought maybe could be an issue for Nigeria.
There's the block by Baji, doing what he does best. Of course, missing, but the dive on the floor, the hustle. And that is the wow, wow, baby factor. Could it be Wolof time?
A great play from Blasi. You see the pressure here. And sacrificing his body, finding Jap. What a play there from the young guard.
Nigeria calling timeout will head to their bench. But the Senegalese fans, they've come a long way here to Angola. And we'll start on that play with that man, Jean-Jacques Boissy. We'll head over to Nigeria's bench very soon.
You gotta get yourself open. Hey, don't challenge that guy. He's gonna go get the block all the time. So look for a KO. Every time he come to block, just toss it to KO.
That's all he does.
You gotta make yourself available,
That's
okay?
all he does.
You're just making him look good. I don't think he's that good. Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, let's keep our composure. Okay,
every
keep our
time.
composure. Plenty of time to play. Plenty of time to play. Right? Hey, energy. 1, 2, 3. Energy.
Hey, listen up. Hey, listen up. Let's go open. See if we can draw him out.
Well, Badji doing Badji things. 4 blocks already here in the first half. And you saw Nigeria's head coach saying, listen, he's going to get his blocks, so we've got to find other ways to score it. That is going to be the key tonight for the Tigers, coach. And if you look at their three-point percentages, it's slightly better here in the second quarter, but they're only 2 out of 9 in total here in the first half.
Well, you heard Coach Abdul-Rahman telling his guys not to challenge Badji at the rim. I thought that was something that did a good job of against Cameroon, finding kickouts to shooters. And you see Senegal on the 2-2-1 here.
Wamu finding a bit of separation. Mid-range up and neatly tucks that one away.
That was a tough shot there from Nwamu, but a much-needed response. And see Koji trying to extend his pressure now.
This is great for Jean-Jacques Boissy because he's played at the high level of the Basketball Africa League. He's never played in the highest level of European basketball. And right now he's up against some NBA players. So you kind of feel there's extra added motivation when he's being either defended by Caleb Agata or especially Josh Okogie.
Well, he's been really aggressive so far here in this game.
Badji finding Jop. Over halfway played here in the second quarter. Jop attacks. Good hands by Okogie. Not a lot of time left. Nigeria comes up with it. Agata, they got Akabundu, but Boissy gets it back.
What a play from Boissy.
A foul has been given. And there's going to be 2 free throws coming up, but Jean-Jacques Boissy, coach, he's here, there, everywhere on the floor.
Oh, he really is. And we've now seen 2 incredible defensive plays from him. First the steal against Okogie, and here saving this 2-on-1 fast break. And you see clearly fouled on the arm there for Faye, but what a play there from Boissy.
Well, both Okogie and Agata have 2 fouls. So if you're Senegal, can you get either of them to pick up a third with 4:25 to go here in the second quarter? Second free throw made. 7-point lead currently to Senegal. Well, Boissy's going to take a breather. Babacar Diallo back into the lineup.
Yeah, he has earned it. A tremendous play from Boissy. We expect to see him back in this game to finish out this half. And Senegal back in that full court press.
Just taking a deflection, going out of bounds. The Tigers have it on the sideline. Agata pulls up, time, space. 3 won't go. Senegal preventing any offensive rebounds. And now Nigeria only with 3 so far here in the first half. Badio demanding another bull screen. Getting it from Badji. Badio keeps it in his left hand. Can't finish, good defense. Now Okogie works with Zana, but Badji's there. Well, how many players, coach, could do that?
They went right up against the big man, and you saw them aggressive in their pick and roll coverage with Okogie. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to go under some of these screens. Okogie not a great shooter off the dribble, much better as a catch and shoot player.
Senegal in the penalty, so Babacar Diallo will go to the free throw line. Well, Babacar Diallo, the only player on this team who actually played domestic basketball last season in Senegal. Just came out of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, where Just in the senior season, he did average just under 8 points per game, but shows the depth of this team, the amount of elite talent there is playing all over the globe.
For sure, a lot of Senegalese players playing at the highest levels.
Because Badji started as a youngster with Barcelona. I mean, it's almost like many of them recruited before they even got into the high school years.
Well, a lot of these guys get experience in ACB and in France. Another turnover here from Nigeria.
Buffet goes up with it, and another foul given. So it's another trip to the free throw line here for Senegal. And coach, that's a very soft foul to give away.
Yeah, you know, Senegal has struggled to finish some of these paint touches. I think this lead could easily be more here. A little bit of contact for sure. There's a little push there in the hip, but Senegal's left points, I think.
That's now the 5th missed free throw of the night. 6 out of 11. You talk about paint touches. You talk about missed free throws. My goodness, you convert everything. What could the margin be at the moment?
Well, it definitely could be double figures, and you got to take advantage of these opportunities. You know, we saw it in this first game. It's a game of runs, and right now Nigeria a little bit out of sorts. You got to build the lead while you can.
Well, that will restore a bit of calm here for Nigeria. Another three-pointer, this time Nwamu coming in.
That's another big shot. Nwamu really the lone player from Nigeria in a good flow right now.
Badji, that's too high. Koji comes up with it. Finds Eke, bumps. That's great work from Nigeria, quickly trying to go in transition.
And that's where they're at their best. So forcing the turnover there, the lob pass just a little too high, and now able to get out and run.
That foul's on Diop. That's a three-pointer by Ike Nwamu. It's only the second missed free throw tonight for Nigeria. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Trailing by 5 points. Second one good.
Good coach Shop. I would think about getting Blasi back into this game. Let him finish out this half.
That's going to be a turnover, coach. You sure know how to predict things as they're about to happen.
Well, it's just he's playing with such high energy. I can understand maybe a quick breather, but Senegal really lost a lot of their momentum with him on the bench.
Well, he's coming back. Coming to the scorer's table, getting ready to check back in. He's now Okoji. He's on the top, defended by Diop. Good defense. Surely that's Trout, yep.
That is great one-on-one defense there. You know, Jop, we've seen him guard just about everybody, point guards to bigs, and indeed you see Blasi back in the game. I think that's a smart move. He was in such a good flow earlier on. Not much going Senegal's way here in the last couple minutes.
Well, Branco Badio is going to need some help getting it back in. So Diop coming to get it. Diop flashing middle. Well, Badio did have unnecessary foul given. And it's going to be another trip to the free throw line.
That's a lack of discipline from Eke. He's extending his pressure, but you got to know you're in the bonus here. And the referee talking to Badio about the head snap back, but there was definitely contact. It's an easy call there for the officials.
Well, if he makes both these free throws, he will indeed become the game's second leading scorer, but Senegal's leading scorer. There's no surprise to see these two leading the way, and they are flying with confidence, especially after their performance against South Sudan. Speaking about Badio and Jean-Jacques Boissy.
Yeah, no question. And you know, Boissy has really caused a lot of problems with his defense. Let's see if he's extending full court here, trying to pressure Okoji. surprised to see them pull back the pressure.
6-point lead currently to Senegal. Neither team with any fouls to give. Ronald turns it over. And another foul committed. And another trip to the line here for Senegal.
That's great defense there from Boissy. You saw him with a little back tip there. And pokes it from behind. This is lucky not to be an unsportsmanlike.
Stanakoye coming back in for Ike Nwamo. This have attempted 14 free throws, Senegal, here in the first half. They have missed 5 of them. Fade just able to knock down the first one.
Let's see what they do defensively. I was really surprised they pulled back the full court pressure to cause some problems earlier, especially with Boissy picking up.
Extending their lead to 8. Now Okoji. Nice dish shot, finds Zeke. On the goaltending violation given against Baji.
Nice job there from Okoji. Getting downhill, finding the drop off. And again, I'm just surprised we're not seeing more trapping from Senegal. You don't want to see Okoji go coast to coast there, but beautiful pass. And a nice drop off.
Marco Badio trying to accelerate. Boissy been on fire so far. Remains on fire.
Well, he's been living in that corner. His third catch and shoot 3 there from that left side corner, and a nice kick out there from Badio.
9-point lead. Okoji trying to kick out. Still keeps it alive. Okoye has made 1 3. And a huge response. Calm as you like from the veteran and your former player, Coach.
Well, he's been shooting the lights out in this tournament. With Badio there in the closeout, you got to make him put it on the deck.
There's a horns action. Badio's been on fire. Are you kidding me? Jean-Jacques Boissy, 5 3-pointers converted here in the first half.
He has had himself a half, both ends of the floor.
Okoye almost got his own rebound. Senegal can run. Nice pass. Fade goes in. And Okoji, I think that's going to be his 3rd personal. Oh, was it a foul or out of bounds?
I think that definitely was a foul.
If it's a foul, it's going to be number 3. Yep. Well, they got the 3rd foul against Okoji. And also they have 3 against Caleb Agata. So Nigeria right now are going to have to battle through some adversity, Coach.
Wow, that is a huge foul. And you know, you love the effort there from Okoji, sprinting back, trying to save the basket, but be a little more smart there. They need him on this floor right now. Really kind of big 37 seconds. I know it seems silly to say that, but Senegal has a chance for a 2-for-1. Make the 2 free throws here, potentially expand this lead into double figures. And if you're Nigeria, you want to make sure you execute well. You get a solid shot here with Okoji not in the game. Nagu's going to have to face this pressure. And you see Senegal leaving points on the board here. Another missed free throw.
And not only Agata and Okoji have 3 fouls, Nwamo as well. So they're just probably going to have to play extensive minutes in Nigeria, unable to secure the rebound after 2 missed free throw attempts. I think Desagana Diop is going to call timeout. 35.9. They have a 9-point lead.
Well, nothing going their way right now, but to be honest, you could be down a whole lot more. Senegal missing a lot of free throws, a lot of easy shots around the basket.
Well, let's head down to hear what Coach Diop has to say to his players. They'll have a baseline when we get back.
I think it's like 35 seconds here, right? Listen up, 35 seconds. He's back in, he's back in. Branco, you're going to take it out. Everybody, every frame. Jean-Jacques, Mustafa. We ran it the other day. If it's open, look for it. If not, set a good screen right here. Fly out of here, catch and shoot. But set a good screen first, though. Make sure you set a good screen for him. Okay.
Well, if you're Senegal, you want to build up something, get one good look. But you said it, maybe time here if they go quick enough to get a 2-for-1. If you're Nigeria, you got to get a stop. You don't want this to go to double figures, but Senegal's defense so far in this game, it's been simply suffocating, you know, getting 5 steals.
Well, they've been active defensively. Definitely need a 2-for-1 here coming out of this timeout.
Wassi's been on fire. Thought about it. Didn't need to take that one, to be honest. They had time. Without a Koji, Agata, Nuamu. He's going to have to really be a solid point guard at the moment. 6 seconds difference. He goes to his left. Shot can't get it. Wassi comes up with it. Nigeria don't want to foul. Final seconds. Badio penetrates, goes in, and wow, baby with the move. Well, they don't get it off in time. Senegal, 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket, flying with confidence here in the first half.
That's a beautiful finish there. It's been the backcourt tandem of Badio and Wassi. Both of them electric here in the first half.
Well, the trouble for Nigeria, Ike Nuamu, also Josh Okogie and Caleb Agata all have 3 fouls each, but 8 3-point field goals here in the first half. 5 of them coming from Jean-Jacques Boissy has really been the big difference so far. Nigeria being out-rebounded 24-16, and Senegal with 2 more assists, but you know, anything can happen in the second half, Coach.
Well, it'll be interesting. You know, Nigeria has not faced any adversity yet in this tournament, and you know, to be honest, they could easily be down a lot more than this. Senegal missing a lot of free throws, also missing some baskets around the rim. So we saw it in this first game. You know, Mali down 15, but able to come back, win that game in the second half. So great test here for Nigeria.
Well, we'll take a look at the highlights of the second quarter very soon. As mentioned, 11-point lead to Senegal in this quarterfinal matchup of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Well, Boissy, of course, catching fire. As mentioned, converted 5 3-pointers, and yeah, they really struggled from the 3-point line in the group stage, Coach, both him and Branco Badio. But since that big win against South Sudan, it's almost like confidence has become contagious.
Well, they were incredible. You see Boissy, another tough 3 there. Just a little guard-to-guard screen slip out, and he's been a great flow here in the first half, doing it on both ends, not just his offense, but his defense. 3 big steals, some great hustle plays. You see him diving on the floor here, doing the dunk for a shot.
That was the first one. That was the big play in which he came up with the steal against Caleb Agata. Jump, of course, been able to repay the favor. And it was the second one where Nigeria had an opportunity in transition. He timed it so perfectly.
Yeah, he really did. Just been so impressed with his energy and effort here in this big game. See one of the lone positive looks there for Nigeria.
Well, that time Boissy coming off the height, the double horns auction, nailing the 3-pointer. It has been the Jean-Jacques Boissy clinic, teaching everybody a lesson. But they've got 2 more quarters. They lead by 11. That was the final play by Branco Badio. Well, fans, halftime. We'll be back in just over 12 minutes.
They're in for a showdown here tonight.
Let's get this party started.
Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown.
Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. showtime. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
Baji, well, Bossy threw the ball up, and Baji met it and connected at the summit.
A great lob there from Bossy.
Almeida wants to run. Almeida goes, are you kidding me? Obrigado. That is Ivan Almeida. Showtime, baby.
Almeida still able to get up.
3 seconds left. Mendes, gotta shoot it. Puts up a circus shot. Are you kidding me, coach? Well, that is incredible. Now Jordan shaking, banking, mid-range. Again, sinking it right in the face of Williams Navas.
Like you said, a little shake and bake there. You saw the Hezi cross and pull up. And this is going to get him going.
Well, good anticipation by Ballo. And now Giddy can take the lead. Oh my goodness, Diarra. Right now, Mali coach not lacking any stamina in that transition. Down the middle, goes in, gets denied. Baji with the protection. Now Bossy kicks out. And look out below. Oh, Job just went down the middle. And coach, he took no prisoners. Missy, baseline. Twisting, turning again. Goes to his right. And he reminds Sacco just too little. Diakite down the middle. Are you kidding me? One-handed thunder dunk. Holy moly, coach.
What a finish there from Diakite.
Well, they want to go quick. Lopez. Pump fakes. Goes big. Well, gets swatted. Pulls up, 3 takes it, and wow, wow, baby! Senegal will go into the halftime break with a 21-point lead, and it indeed has become the Branco Barrio Show. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, basketball fans, live here in Luanda, Angola for the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket, the second quarterfinal matchup of the evening. Where currently 5-time champion Senegal lead by 11 against the 1-time champion Nigeria of 2015. Well, the leader for Senegal tonight has been Jean-Jacques Boissy. 5 3-pointers converted tonight. He's been on fire, and he has 1 field goal with inside the rainbow, also 2 rebounds and 3 assists. And coach, I mean, his confidence is terrifying.
He's been tremendous doing it on both ends of the floor. We saw some big steals as well, and really showing his complete game. Drives, catch and shoot threes off the dribble. He has done it all so far in that first half.
Well, Senegal, of course, blitzed the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers. They were very good in the group stage, a disappointing defeat against Egypt, but then coming out and proving that they meant business with a win against South Sudan. And right now, 2 quarters away from potentially getting to the semifinals where they would meet Mali. And you got to think Mali today, Coach, they were great.
Well, they really were, and what a great story that is. Those young players continuing their success. You know, they had the silver medal finish at the Under-19 World Championships. Now, those 19-year-olds in their young 20s and able to contribute to the men's team.
Well, for Nigeria, led by Ike Nwamu, of course, does have 14 points, but just like Caleb Agata and Josh Okogie, he also has 3 fouls. So the adversity of not only trailing by 11 points, but your 3-star backcourt players in a little bit of foul trouble.
Well, those 3 fouls are huge. You know, Ike Nwamu, really great first half there offensively. Had some big answers when Senegal was trying to pull away a little bit, but we're going to have to watch those fouls from those 3-star players for Nigeria.
Well, the Nigerians, of course, they do have Akabundu, who, you know, we would have all imagined that in a game like this, he's going to be for sure in the second half a good matchup for Ibubaji. But they only have 2 quarters to turn it around. They're down by 11. It's not the biggest deficit in the world. But as mentioned, he's the only player for the Tigers in double figures. Second leading scorer after that is Stan Okoye, your former player, who's only 2 for 5 from the field. And those 2 field goals It's been a great display so far from the 5-time FIBA AfroBasket champions. Jean-Jacques Boissy leading the way. And of course, when you look at Senegal scoring, no surprise whatsoever that both Branco Badio and Jean-Jacques Boissy combined total of 31 points. But for Nigeria to get back in, they've got to stop those 2, and other players need to come into the mix.
Well, no question. The backcourt for Senegal really been dynamic, and you know, something we were saying earlier in group play, didn't see them playing together a whole lot, but when the 2 of them are on the floor, it's just such a tough matchup for other teams. You know, both of them capable of creating off the dribble, the other can then slide play off the ball.
Well, it's going to be an exciting second half, and if it's anything about this Nigerian team, you know, with players like this man, Josh Okogie, Caleb Agata, this is not a big margin for them whatsoever. I think the thing is they probably haven't been able to get into their sets. They haven't had a great night from the 3-point line so far. But definitely, with their experience, with the elite level of talent, they've been in this situation in many parts of their career. But, you know, credit to this man. Ibubaji might be the greatest paint protector here in the AfroBasket.
Well, he's really stepped up. You know, Kamara going down with the ankle injury. Baji then inserted into the starting lineup, and he has delivered. We've seen the outstanding paint protection from him, and you know, it's definitely been an issue for Nigeria, you heard Coach Abdul Rahman telling his players in one of the timeouts not to continue to challenge Badji at the rim. And that's something we saw against Cameroon. Okoji especially was able to get into the paint and then find kickouts to their shooters. I think maybe you have to look to spread the ball out to the perimeter a little bit more, see if some of those guys can get hot from the three-point line.
Well, we're now a minute away from returning to the second half. Remember, the winner of this game will meet Mali in the semifinals. And as Coach Will Voigt and I said at the beginning of this broadcast, that might go down as one of the greatest games in the history of the FIBA AfroBasket. Mali defying the odds, finishing with more three-pointers. Well, let's listen now to Coach Desagana Diop.
The heavy gap, go in here, look for the drive right side. If not, go score. Let's go.
Senegal.
Hey, we're on defense first. Let's get a stop. Let's go.
Good defense. You're not getting blocked, but they're not scoring. Good defense. Keep up.
Well, fans, use that QR code and download Courtside 1891, where you can get the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. And also, look ahead to the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. But now, indeed, second quarterfinal of the AfroBasket. Well, Coach, they're coming back out, I guess, here with a change. No. Kareem Mane is back in the lineup. Remember, he did pick up 3,000. We did think that was going to be a concern for the five-time AfroBasket champions.
Well, we saw Mane getting into foul trouble in their previous game as well. And, knowing that you've got Boissy sitting on the bench ready to go, such a great luxury there. And if you're Nigeria, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here in the second half. They feed off their ball pressure, but, three key players with 3 fouls right now, so they need to be disciplined with that pressure.
Now remember, Agata, Okoji, Nwamu all have 3 fouls each. They've got to make it through this quarter without picking up a fourth. Okoji, now ISO, unable to finish. Kabundu may have got the last touch, so Senegal will get it back.
Nice defense there from Jop. You saw him sliding underneath that ball screen, staying down there on that mid-range shot.
See Bronco Badio quickly off the handoff. High arc, and he gets that to go. Bronco going to the free throw line, and he converts this. He'll become Senegal's joint leading scorer along with Jean-Jacques Boissy at 17.
What a finish there. And you have to throw it up high with Akabondo rotating over. Just found the top of the backboard and kissed that in.
This is going to be Senegal's 19th free throw of the evening. And he converts. Biggest lead of the game at the moment. 16-point deficit. Coach has got to make this one. It just won't go. That's a good look, Coach.
You see the adjustment from Jop. That's what I was expecting at the start of the game, but now going underneath these screens. And wow, Badio picking up where he left off.
Jop trying to put some pressure on, forcing the turnover. No foul given. Well, Koji not happy. But you know what? I credit him a lot for keeping his composure.
Definitely a little bit of contact, but he's also a little loose with the ball there. And this is one of the areas of concern, I thought, for Nigeria coming into this game. You see the big three from Badio, but no natural point guard on that roster. How would they handle pressure? You see Badio knocking it down.
Well, timeout called. Let's go listen to what the Tigers have to say.
Please, come on.
Here we go.
Again.
Come on,
Every time they put the ball down, they get into our paint. If we have to shift, let's shift. Let them kick the ball out. All right? Let them kick the ball out. We'll live with that. Come on.
Should be fine right here. Come on, let's go, bro. Act like we want to be here. This is fun. Be some dogs. Just be some dogs and show your heart, bro. Just be some dogs and show your heart. Let's go.
Come on, y'all.
Together on three, man. 1, 2, 3. Energy. Hey, huddle up. Huddle up every break. Huddle up, White. Huddle up every break. Let's go.
Hey, Coach, I like what Igbanu said there. Be like you want to be here.
Well, you heard Coach Abdul Rahman telling them defensively to be a little more aggressive in their shifts, try to keep Senegal out of the paint, but the way they're shooting the ball, it's just easier said than done. You've seen Badio and Boissy knocking down threes. Hard not to extend when those guys are shooting it so well.
Not even a minute played here, and that 11-point lead is now 17. Badio being heavily defended by Agata. Final seconds. Badio kicks out. Another three for Senegal. Goes flying. Baji just able to gather the offensive board. Throws off Zana. Senegal get it back.
There's a nice kick out there from Badio. Open look from three for Faye. And Baji able to run down the offensive rebound. Nice job there just throwing it off of Zana.
12 on the shot clock for Senegal. Badio finding Mane. Another foul committed. It's on Zana. Well, it's becoming frustrating now here for the Tigers.
Well, fouls again piling up. That one, a little bit of a collision course. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
Well, Joplin inbounded. Just over a minute played here in the third quarter. The Tigers down by 17. Senegal have been magnificent. Mane kicks out. Good anticipation by Nwamu. Now he's got Agata with him. Agata goes in. Just can't get anything.
Well, that is a beautiful defensive play from Badio. Sprinting back, staying vertical, forcing the miss.
Mane just caught that at a very awkward angle. Didn't have time to really get set. Now Koji. Back out to Caleb Agata. Gotta make this one. Baji towers for the rebound, but I think they're gonna call jump ball.
Well, I like the kick out there from Koji. Creating a wide open look for Abada. Just couldn't knock it down, and able to tie Baji up there. So let's see if we'll see some full court pressure maybe. And look at the beautiful defense there from Badio, sprinting back, staying vertical, making sure not to foul.
That's going to be a backcourt violation. Great defense by Josh Okogie.
It really was. And it's been a struggle for Mane in this game. See Mogbo coming into the game for the first time. So Nigeria going small here. Expect him to do a lot of switching. Got a little more shooting on the floor now.
Well, the three's just not dropping, but they're getting good looks though. Meantime, Senegal, they'll try another three. Okogie fighting, but it goes out of bounds. Okogie worried there, just holding on to his back. Not quite sure what happened, but he is tough as nails.
He really is. You love his effort there, battling. Didn't love that shot from Mane, but you see both players going after it here. Hits the hip there. Faye.
Well, uncontested, wide open. Nigeria didn't see that one coming.
That is a beautiful pass from Badio. And the head turn from the defender and putting it right on the money for Jop.
19-point lead. Agata. They've got away with a push-out, but again, finishing under intense pressure.
That was a tough shot there from Agata, but for Nigeria, you guys find a little bit of rhythm with something. Maybe start trapping, turn up your pressure, see if you can get some turnovers there.
Well, Diop finding a way to get around. I mean, Koji defended him as well as he could, but it was better offense.
Just can't trade baskets right now.
Got it. Tries to go for a step back, contested three. Nobody crashing the boards for the Tigers.
You gotta be careful, even the shot prior to that he made, just a lot of isolation. Guys standing around watching.
Well, Diop in and around, now extending this to their biggest margin. 21-point cushion for Senegal.
For Nigeria, just be patient right now. Don't force anything. You gotta find something with some ball movement.
It's another turnover. The Nigeria fighting. Well, Badio felt he was going to get fouled, but nothing given. Nwaba now looks to attack. Nowhere to go, and Baji swipes at it. That's going to be out of bounds violation. Double change coming in for the Tigers. Well, triple actually. Banu, Stanakoya, and Christian Mekawolu. There's another look at the pass, and Nwaba just wasn't aware where the ball was.
Beautiful pass there. And you see Shop with a really nice move. Okoji doing everything he can to stay in front. And if you're Nigeria, you gotta be patient offensively. You're seeing a lot of one-on-one play outside of Okoji. These players aren't really looking to create for each other. And sometimes that can feed into more transition for Senegal. So
Chop trying to go for a post-up. Avoids the block, but again, just can't finish. Nigeria play with that patience. Mekawolu. He hit some big three-pointers in the game against Cameroon. Amagbo, that time unfortunately is going to pick up Nigeria's third team foul, so they only have one to give with 5:48.
Just got to be a little more disciplined there. Not give up these silly fouls, but I think if you're Nigeria, you look to pick up full, maybe find some trapping, see if you can force some turnovers right now.
21-point lead. There's a take by Badio. Kicks out, they'll go for another three. Banu doing a good job. Prevented Job from getting any second chance points. Banu, pump fakes. Now we'll just calm their nerves slightly. They can try to build off this.
Well, they need something. They actually looked a little disjointed defensively there. Gave up the wide open look, but the miss led to a lead out. See if this can get them going a little bit.
Well, Badio off the dribble, pulls up for 15. I don't think he can miss, Coach.
He's been outstanding here in the second half. We saw Boissy in the first half, and if you're Nigeria, you gotta kind of start thinking about some trapping in the half court, make some of these other players do something.
22 points tonight for Bronco Badio. Well, that space. Well, you know the Senegalese fans wanted it to take that. And there's a foul, and that's the final foul for Nigeria to give away.
Well, he's had his way here with this Nigerian defense, and in Nigeria, you just got to stay disciplined. There's still so much time left in this game. But you got to find something defensively here to try to slow these guards down.
Well, there's a block by Baji. That's not fair. That's just not fair.
He's been so good with his rim protection.
He didn't even need to block that. He could have grabbed it.
He probably could have, but 5 blocks here in this game.
Badio, time, space, 3. Ken, get your umbrellas out in Luanda, Angola, because now Bronco Badio with 25 points as he nails his 4th three-pointer.
I just think if you're Nigeria, you got to start trapping these guys.
Banu hesitates. Nigeria right now, we've got to find some identity. Mekawolu, pump fakes. Well, Boissy commits a foul, so no 24-second violation.
Boissy's got to be more disciplined there. He thought he had a steal opportunity, but fouls. But you see Badio here, and it's just a miscommunication on the switches. But I think when they come on that guard-to-guard, you gotta look to trap it. You know, these switches have not really done anything to disrupt the guards for Senegal. Both Boissy and Badio having their way.
Well, there's the take. Nwaba. Now for the mid-range. Nothing going their way.
It's been a struggle, and they do so much out of transition. When they're not able to get stops, as we see in this game, it just makes their offense hard. They don't have a lot in the half court they can go to.
Well, he's cooking tonight. 4 out of 6 on the perimeter. 25 points. Long 2 coming up. Banu comes up with it.
Nice defense there from Okoye.
Nwamwu kicks out. Mekawolu, corner 3. Cutting it back down to 21.
Well, that's what we haven't seen a lot of. So Nwamwu, nice kick out there. And that's really when they're at their best. Multiple driving kicks, try to find these shooters, give them some open looks, but still plenty of time in this game. Keep your body language positive, see if you can find some momentum somehow.
Timeout called, 21-point lead to Senegal. Dessa Gana Diop wants to talk it over. Christian Mekawolu, could that three-pointer propel the Tigers to a comeback? Let's listen now to Coach Diop.
You can see all they're doing now is driving, trying to kick it out, right? Don't pull in. Let Ibu Bashi block all that shit. That's all they're trying to do right now. Jaja, you want to bring it. Ibu Bashi, you got here. Branko here. Pa Mustafa. Actually, Pa Mustafa, you here. Ibu Faye, you here, right? Ibu Bashi, get open. Get open. You don't him, right? Start coming. 72. We're going to do 72. Get them to corner bit. Okay. We're going to throw the Branco all over the screen. Start turning the corner. They don't got no shot blocker. Go there, finish.
Allez. Senegal.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, 3:10 to go here in the third. But anything is possible. Actually, we don't want to let up now. Mustafa Diop, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 away from a double-double here for Senegal. He's been magnificent. He was in the game against South Sudan. He went down with a shoulder, elbow to the face, and ended up having, unfortunately, a lot of blood all over his jersey, but still came back and played.
Job so tough, and normally doing it on the defensive end of the floor, able to guard 1 through 4. They've put him on the opponent's best player.
We are going to review if the contact on the transition meets the act of violence condition. Can see on the transition, please? Yes.
So we're looking for any contact against white number 9?
Yes, we are looking for it. All right, play it floor by floor.
So there's
Yes.
a headbutt
Yeah, head bounce, yes.
from green 16.
Yes, can we have the other camera, please?
This is the best one. The best one.
Yes, right here.
That's not a basketball play.
Yeah, not basketball
That's
play.
a headbutt towards white number 9.
Yes.
So this meets the criteria.
Criteria of unsportsmanlike foul. 16, green, and the shooter we have white 9.
Yes, I confirm.
So after review, the contact meets the criteria of unsportsmanlike foul. We will have 2 shots of number 9 white and position of the green team.
Wow, didn't see that one.
After review, we have the unsportsmanlike foul of green 16. Green 16, unsportsmanlike foul. White 9 is the shooter, and we have 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, Baji getting called for an unsportsmanlike. Why did he give a headbutt to Banu?
Well, I don't know, and that's just not a smart play. He's lucky he's still in the game. But everything going your way, you don't want to do anything to potentially shift the momentum here.
Well, if Banu makes the first free throw, he can cut it down to 19 if he makes this one. But as you mentioned, Senegal were cruising. Why?
We're not sure what happened prior to that, but mark it down. If Nigeria is able to come back in this game, I mean, big moment right here.
And Nigeria get it back, so 5-point swing. If you consider the three-pointer by Christian Mekawolu, and whatever they can get from this play. Mike Nuga back in the game. Mekawolu goes from deep. That could have really changed the momentum of this game.
It definitely could, but even then, 5-point possession, giving them a little bit of life.
Nigeria don't have any fouls to give. Badio goes in. And again, Badio right now just working magic on the floor.
Well, they just have had no answer at all for either of these guards. I'm not sure what the coverage was supposed to be. Might have been a trap with Igbanu just being a little bit late, but they've been switching these. I think maybe that was just a switch, but I think about jumping out aggressively, doing something to get it out of their hands, make somebody else from Senegal beat you.
Coach, we still have 2:47 to play, and he's got 27 points here in the third.
Well, he's been incredible. Boissy really took a lot of the shine in the first half, but Badio also had a very solid first half as well, and you see them in this 2-2-1.
22-point lead to the 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket. Igbanu now has it in the paint. Hugo Simon was wide open. Igbanu's taking a few hits to the head. I don't think he appreciates another one. Well, there's the head coach of Guinea. He's the Federation of the Egyptian Federation, excuse me, and a lot of people watching this game closely.
Yeah, a lot of people in attendance here expecting a great game. Hasn't really been that so far, but let's see if Nigeria can claw their way back into this.
And now making his third three. Trying to keep the Tigers within touching distance. 19-point lead. Boissy right at the defense. And again, they just play at supersonic speed.
This switching just isn't really working. Come up with something different, maybe even a zone look.
Luga, unfortunately, getting called for a backcourt violation.
It's a great defensive play here from Jop. See the deflection there, might have been a foul. Luga just not having the awareness when he picked it up there. You see, just getting downhill, beautiful finish there.
Right at the defense. Going out of bounds and just finds the right touch off the glass.
And these two guards have just been unstoppable so far in this game. Nigeria's had no answer. And again, I think they gotta just try something different. Maybe a zone look, maybe start trapping these ball screens. See Toy doing his thing out there.
All the legends just came onto the scene internationally back in the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. And I think you mentioned went to an NBA All-Star weekend because he's that much of a legend.
Well, I got to see him firsthand in many games here coaching Angola.
Another three there, doesn't connect. Okoye just keeps it in bounds. Well, Diop probably lucky not to get called for a foul. Mekawolu, time, space. Big offensive rebound. The Tigers come back up with it. Another foul is going to be committed. And that's going to be Senegal's final team foul to give away.
Yeah, nice job there from Mekawolu. He had Badio on a switch there. They were kind of scrambling. Jop was slow to get back. He just found a deep seal there. Badio no choice but to take a foul.
Nuga playing pick and pop again with Mekawolu. Defense not shifting. Okoye, pump fakes. He's made 3 threes. Oh, almost got it. The tip in, no good. Senegal trying to push. Forcing a turnover against Jean-Jacques Boissy.
Nice play there from Nuga, finding the strip. A few things that haven't gone Boissy's way in this game.
Gotta get something here. Okoye kicks out to Nuga. He'll fire a 3. Well, what do? You're building up. You're getting high percentage shots, but they just don't drop. Boissy. Now Senegal will patiently try to build something, leading by 22 points.
Chance for 2 for 1 here.
There's a kick out. Got to shoot at some point. Boissy, 3, fires. foul's going to be committed. And it's going to be, I think, Badji going to the free throw line, Coach. Coach, they're controlling everything.
Well, they really are. I saw multiple driving kicks there, probably some overly unselfish play, and you saw the grab there. And if you're Nigeria, you're going to get a chance here. Ball in your possession, the last play. Maybe you want to think about getting a Koji back in the game here. Make sure you get a quality shot, but it's not over yet. You just got to maintain your composure here and see if you can force some turnovers, see if you can get out in transition. Start this fourth quarter out with a little bit of a run, see if you can put a little pressure on Senegal.
Well, I think, I'm not quite sure what the case is here, but they've actually got Siller at the free throw line. And I'm pretty sure it was Badji who was fouled.
I think it might be the okey doke there. Badji 0 for 2 from the free throw line, so Silla, I think, had the crafty vet move. We saw Jop taking a little hip check there.
The officials, I mean, I'd have to see the replay of it, but I was almost certain it was Badji the one who got impeded.
I think it was Badji. I think Silla's just trying to sneak his way to the free throw line. I think Badji also knew. Yeah, he's got a little smile on his face.
Here it is. Look, watch. Watch Makawolu and Badji. Yeah.
It's pretty clear.
What'd you call it? The okie dokie move?
Yeah.
Oh, it don't matter if he's made it. Why are you hiding, Badji? Why are you hiding?
And there you go. And if you're Nigeria, just all these possessions are going to matter. Make sure you get a quality shot here. Come in with some kind of momentum.
Well, at least he got one of them. 23-point lead. Nigeria can have the final play here in the third quarter. Igbanu coming for the screen. Nuga. Trying to get rid of it. Igbanu in the paint. Well, he did well there to avoid the block. Boissy and Sanakoya getting tangled up, but the referee happy to let play finish there as we head into the final 10 minutes to decide which team. I mean, Coach, maybe that's how you got to go up. Try to use as much time in the key and just go quickly.
Well, you can see the effect that Badji is having. You know, everyone reluctant to finish around the rim, and Igbanu almost 3 seconds there with that many pump fakes, but shows good patience there in finishing over him.
Well, this was an 11-point deficit at the beginning of the third quarter. Well, Senegal, 40 rebounds to 24. Both teams with 11 assists, but you got to think, Coach, the three-point shooting has been a big difference in this game.
Well, it certainly has, but Badio is so big in that quarter. 14 points for him, and just really unstoppable in that pick and roll.
Well, he's got 28 in total tonight. He has led the way. He's 4 out of 8 from the perimeter. Because I remember when he was just a young man playing for Baxman Ressa, then showcasing his talent in the Basketball Champions League. And right now, it's about getting Senegal to the final, competing to win that 6th FIBA AfroBasket Championship. But it just seems like Senegal, maybe it was the test against Egypt, and then the further test against Mali. But just maybe, Coach, this team, they're for real. They mean business.
Well, sometimes you need a wake-up call, and Senegal definitely has had that. That's the one thing that Nigeria has not had in this tournament. You know, it's really kind of gone their way so far. First time they've hit some adversity, but you know, these are the last 10 minutes potentially of your AfroBasket tournament, so you got to put it all on the line. And these first 3 or 4 minutes, see if you can chip into this lead here.
Well, use that QR code, scan it, download Courtside 1891, where you can get all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Now or never, down by 21. They only got to the round of 16 back in Kigali in 2021. They don't want the AfroBasket to end tonight.
Well, definitely not, and let's see what they go to here offensively.
Agata. Got it by Mactar Gay.
So much isolation play.
That time getting the 6th three-pointer for the Tigers.
He's done well to hit the shot, but it's just a lot of dribbling and standing and watching. And I think you got to find a little more ball movement. Try to get it going side to side. Just play with a lot of tempo.
And forcing the turnover. Wasi just stepping out of bounds.
You can see the switching of Senegal has kind of slowed down the offense. And, you know, Agata hits the big three, but it took him a while to get there. You see him going back to the same play.
And now Mactar Gay's got to try to contain him. Agata. Looking for the jump hook. Simmons able to secure the rebound. Well, Gay will go for a three in transition. Koji Towers for the board. That's what the Tigers want. They want to get something quick. Okoye's made 3 threes. Now make it 4. Huge.
That's it. Yeah, that's how they need to play. Really nice job. Saw the quick kick ahead, getting out in transition, and Okoye's been knocking them down from the perimeter.
Well, my correction, it's actually his 3rd made three-pointer. One of them, he had a foot in the line. Wasi tried to respond. Okoye, big rebound. The Tigers only down by 15. Gotta believe. Wasi smothering Caleb Agata. Agata, another 3. Are you kidding me, coach? 3 threes to begin the 4th quarter. And Dessa Agata Diop calls timeout. The Tigers not done yet, coach.
Great response there, and that is what they needed. Coming out here to start the 4th quarter. Huge shot there from Agata.
Agata, I mean, he's got no room to work with. I mean, these are tough three-pointers. Hand in his face. Wasi trying to wear him like a jacket, but still he gets it.
A really tough shot there. I thought the first one maybe over-dribbled a little bit against the switch, but that one, rising up with confidence. And if you're Senegal, still a lot of time in this game. You got to make sure you're executing, not just taking early threes. I think the last 2 shots maybe a little quick there. It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Diop goes with Badio on the bench. Obviously, he was on fire there in the 3rd quarter. You don't want to see too much of this lead evaporated.
I mean, really, neither team's had a big difference in terms of points in transition. Nigeria's, interestingly, have had more points from their bench, but if they start to hit fire continuously here in the 4th quarter, game on, coach. It's going to be close.
Well, it's a great response here from Nigeria. Everything you could hope for. 3 threes coming out of the quarter. 2 big ones there from Agata. I really like the transition. I mean, that's when they're at their best. You saw Okoye throwing ahead, getting it back from Agata, knocking down that 3. So a little bit of life here for Nigeria.
The good thing for the Tigers, Agata, Nwamu, and Okoji didn't pick up a 4th foul in the 3rd quarter, so they can play a little bit more aggressive until they pick up that 4th one.
And you can see here, Coach Diop has brought Badio back in the game, trying to respond to this run.
Badio's led the way tonight, 28.
A 2-3 zone here from Nigeria. I think it's a great idea.
The offensive rebound falling into the hands of Diop. It was good up until then.
Yeah, they just got to finish it with the rebound. Thought it was a good idea coming out of the timeout. And they like this little open backside to get the pop into the handoff. It's been their go-to play here in this quarter.
Got another quick 3. That time not able to get it. Of course, he was almost picked up his 4th foul. Bronco, 28 points. And another offensive rebound. Badio goes baseline, and Badio goes to the rack. Now he's got 30.
Nice patience there. Well, maybe he would take the corner 3, but instead, beautiful pump fake and the finish on the baseline.
Okoye, who's made 3 threes. if the Tigers just cool down.
It's a great look, though. Nice kick out. You just got to stay with it. Those are good shots. You see him back in this 2-3.
Chop finds Baji. Baji trying to power his way in the paint. Goes in. Well, Baji just reminded Akabundu. That was a 9-0 run for the Tigers. And oh my goodness, Houston Rockets, we have liftoff. Are you kidding me?
What a finish there from Okoji. You know, it's been the Baji block show, but Okoji, the ferocious dunk.
Back to 14 points. Badio goes in. Akabundu with the denial. The Tigers, they want to run. Agata finds Okoye. Now Nwamu, corner, 3. That would have been big.
It really would have. That was a beautiful pass from Okoye. I thought the pass to him might have been going out of bounds.
Well, here comes Jean-Jacques Boissy and just turns and stares down the Niger bench.
A huge response there. Thought it was a little aggressive early in the clock, but knocking down the huge shot.
Agata, Okoye getting closed out. Finds Okoji, pump fakes. Well, one more time, surely. And that's on Baji. Well, they have a few words for each other. But I think I want to see the replay. I mean, right now, Coach, I want a Josh Okaji Houston Rockets jersey. This right here, that is a poster, a facial. Good night.
Well, that is a tremendous finish. And you know, if you're Baji, it's the one time you haven't been able to deter these drives. But I really like this offense from Nigeria. We're seeing some ball movement, multiple driving kicks. It's been missing from them for most of this game.
That's not a good foul to give away because just going to end up sending Nwamu to the free throw line. Remember, they do lead by 18 points, 5:23, but the tempo we've had here in the fourth quarter, where was this tempo? I mean, from Nigeria in the second and third, had we had this, Coach, this would have been a lot closer.
Well, this is where they're at their best, you know, multiple driving kicks. And, you know, I'm not sure what the reasons were, but definitely did not see that really prior to the fourth quarter. A lot of isolation. I think the switching from Senegal, but also the free throw shooting. So many fouls, not able to get into transition if you're Nigeria on offense.
Oh, he missed 2. That's not a good sign from Nwamu. You want to make these, cut it down to 15. Third one good. 17-point deficit. Now Badio. Oh, ankle breaker. Well, may have just slipped, to be honest, but Badio finds Baji. No foul given. 4.5 left on the shot clock.
You can see Nigeria extending their pressure. Need to get a stop here late in the clock.